Good morning and welcome back towards another video, and today we are going to be going over the Pit of Sauron gold farm. Let us begin. Okay, so within the Pit of Sauron, it is located within Icecrown. What you're going to be wanting to do is go over towards Icecrown Citadel and just head into the Portcullis. Make sure that you are on heroic difficulty, otherwise this farm will not work for you. Jump into the said instance and then you'll be wanting to pull up Loot Appraiser. Once Loot Appraiser is up, you're going to be wanting to gather up these mobs. I generally like to grab aggro from this spellcaster right here, and I need to make it in front of all this. I have my own specific way in order to actually farm this up. And with these mobs, so if I run in one straight line, it pulls all of those mobs, and then I don't have to worry about going to each and every pack. It pulls them all for me. I go up towards this blue drake here, grab the skeleton guy because those mobs will pull the blue drake, and then when we actually keep going, we can actually go to this skeleton over here, which then will cast like a little bit of a crescent moon shape. So if once I've grabbed his aggro, I can then make sure that all of those mobs are chasing me, and then any remaining ones, if I missed any, will be picked up by that crescent moon of all those guys coming through, and then they'll gain aggro as well. This is so I don't have to double back on myself if I actually lose aggro on someone, and then I can jump forward and do it all that way. Now, the reason you're wanting to farm the Pit of Sauron on heroic mode is for the item, the Battered Hilt. The Battered Hilt is one of those items that just goes for insanely stupid amounts of gold, and it has been a keynote gold farm just over the last literally years and years. It has just been an amazing gold farm in order to do. Generally speaking, the Battered Hilt is just a go-to gold farm if you are wanting to just make some quick gold. So if you want your first 100k just in general, then I would just do the Battered Hilt until you've gotten like at least 3 of them, and then just sell those all on the auction house, because the Battered Hilt over time, over the grand scheme of gold making, the Battered Hilt has always been a good seller. This is because it gives you a nice little appearance that you can only obtain from this now and not from the old world. This is the same appearance for like Quel'Serra from the initial vanilla world, and that's why it still fetches the values, because it has a quest chain locked to this item that gives you an item of note, and it still and it gives you an appearance that you can't really get a hold of very easily without doing this. The other things of note with all of that when it comes towards the Battered Hilt is just by gathering up all of the trash. Because you're running on heroic mode, you do not want to take out any of the bosses. This is because you'll lock yourself for the day and you can't reset the trash. So if you kill a boss, you can't carry on and farm this up continuously. You can definitely get 10 runs per hour in around about 20 odd minutes if you're really trying, and on a just if you're farming it very casually, you can do it in about 30 minutes. But other than that, I generally like to do this as a daily practice, due to the fact that the Battered Hilt, if we go on the auction house right now, and we jump on the Battered Hilt on the close that down, and then the Battered Hilt is currently going on my server for 128,000 gold, and the region sale average is around about 37,000. I'm going to go with the region sale average because that is way too high for the Battered Hilt. The sell rate is at 0.01, however, the Battered Hilt has always been a good seller just over the years, so I can guarantee you this will actually sell, and we can actually look at my sold auctions for this, and since I reset my auction house, I've sold 1, and I reset my auction house about a month or so ago, so even then I'm still able to make 84k on that, and that's pretty dang good. So I'm going to go with my sell rate on this, happy medium. So the region sell average is 37,000, the min buyout is 128,000, and I actually sold it for 84,000, so we're going to go with the 84,000 for that as a nice happy medium to go with. Other than that, once you've done all of this, you can also take this a step further. If you have a tailor and an enchanter, you will get a 10 ton of frostweave cloth. You can then subsequently sell that on the auction house, or you can craft that into the necessary braces, which you can turn into infinite dust and sell that on the auction house as well. You can also disenchant all of this Mog. However, the Wrath of Lich King based transmog doesn't sell overly that great from the Pit of Sauron. There are other dungeons that do, which I'll be covering soon rather than later, but alongside that, you can always sell those on the auction house as well to increase the amount of gold that you're actually getting. Other than that, if you want any other additional gold making content or resources, then please feel free to go towards the Patreon. Other than that, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.